Most of you out there have some sort of UTV for work or play. Today on TruckU, we'll show you some cool upgrades on our Razor. Then it's time to strap the toys down and have some fun.
Good morning, brother. Where you been?
I've been everywhere, man. What'd I miss? Anything? Anything good?
Yeah, I got a plan. That's all you miss is my plan so far, bud.
I got a plan too.
What's yours?
Day off.
That doesn't surprise me. You know what? Actually, I'm on board with you this time.
Yeah?
Before we can go and play, we need to do a little work.
Okay.
Because this is cool stock, but we can do better than that.
Oh, this is all you want, man. Stock, this thing rips.
No, dude, I got some plans for this Razor. We're going to take the Razor out. We're going to take the bike out. We're going to have some fun. Before we do that, though,
Whoa.
let's dress it up a little,
Look
man.
at this. Nice.
Yeah. Made a few phone calls.
Nice,
We got
yeah.
a light bar in for it. We got a roll cage organizer. I got a winch, some tie-down straps, some mirrors. Got a cover, a top. We're set, man.
Instructions.
We don't need those.
It's funny that you made a call because I made a similar call. Looks like we called the same place. Hold
All
this.
right.
Look at this. Here's what I ordered, right? Priorities. This is a UTV drink tube. It goes right on the roll cage,
Oh,
right?
that'll come in handy.
It holds 6 12-ounce cans.
Huh,
I got 4 of them.
You got
all right?
4?
I got 4. That's
Well,
a
I
good
figured
start.
we'd make some drink holders with
can
the
do that.
CNC tracker.
If it's not enough, I got these little singles one here too. So you can put one in this. So I got another 6 of those. So we're good for 30.
Wait, 30?
Which is a good start, right?
It's
and
just-
whatever
it's
you
two
want to
seats,
make.
it's just you and
fine.
me.
Yeah, we might be out there for like an hour and a half though, right? So where are you going to make these ones?
You do get thirsty.
I do.
All right.
Dusty out there.
You know, before you start drinking, I say we start doing a little work. Because you get out of hand quick. All right, so we've got some cool stuff going on in this Razor right now. And first things first is this windshield up front. Now, I know you're looking at saying, well, it's not going to give you all the protection you need, but it's going to give you quite a bit because dirt and debris that can come through down here and this wind deflector will keep a lot of that dust come from getting into your eyes.
Yep.
Now, if you roll back across the Razor, you can see we've got a nice hard top, which will keep stuff from hitting you from over the head, and it's going to give us a little protection from the sun and from debris as well. The only problem with it is you don't have a lot of room for some of these lights we've got, man, so we need to make some modifications.
You know, I have an idea on the back side of mounting a light inside the top, right? And making it look stock.
Nice.
I can cut into this, right?
Do you know a guy who can do that?
Yeah, actually, I'll handle it.
All
How many
right.
of these do we have?
One, so
All right.
be careful.
I'll be careful. What could possibly go wrong?
Measure twice, cut once.
Bruno got us hooked up with a ton of lights for this thing, and they're all from Laser Star, and they include one, I love this big 32-inch bar. This is going to mount right on the front of the thing up at the top, right? We'll be able to see in the next week. There won't be anything that we're going to be missing at all. Now, this is pretty interesting, this little 6-inch bar right here. This is going to be nice because I started looking at the top, and I was looking at this, and I thought, you know, this could get pretty interesting because if you look at this little plate here, and we'll take that out of the way, and ordinarily you can mount speakers up in there, but we've got some room to work with. And here's what I'm thinking. If I make a cut from, let's say here, down, around, back up, and across, and I get that plastic out of the way, I'm sure this thing is filled with foam, so I'll have to move that too, but that should give me a little bit of room to work with, and I can snake this light in there, right? Now here is why I thought it, because on the back side of this, you look at that. There's this whole opening right there. So we can cut in from this side as well. There we go. We'll get a good look at it. We can cut in from that side as well, and we can mount this light right in there. And we'll have lights on the back that look like they came from the factory. And that's nice to have too, because then if we're backing up, we're not going to crash into anything, potentially. At least we'll see it first. Now, this was pretty simple. We hit 4 holes with the stepper bit and basically played connect the dots with the air saw. That was nice and easy. We got the foam out of the way. We did the same thing back here with this opening. Now, that is going to look good and be functional as well.
All right, so Matt's working on the roof. I figured I'd get started on this winch. Now, one of the nice things they decided to do is get everything from Quad Boss because you know everything's going to work together. So first of all, it was a matter of getting the mounting bracket in place, and that's all set up. It's a 3/16 steel. It's nice and strong. It's durable. It fit well because it was laser cut. And the location is great because it's a little bit hard to get to originally. We got all this stuff out of the way, though. It's going to mount the winch back behind the bumper so it's not sticking out. So if you hit a tree or hit something, you're not going to damage the winch. Now, talking about the winch itself, that from Quad Boss as well. Nice about this thing, though, it's strong. 2,500 pounds, be able to pull this thing out of anywhere. The key ingredient is the fact that this thing is water resistant and it's sealed, because Matt has sunken his rhinos, he's sunken Razors before, he's prone to do it. This way, if we sink this thing, we'll still be able to pull it out. Now, we're also going to use the winch in terms of loading. It's going to help us load it up in the back of a truck, the back of a trailer, so it's got dual purpose. Nice thing too, another feature is the rope. It's Dyneema rope, which means that if we overextend it and things get a little crazy, it snaps, no one's going to get hurt. Now we just got to fish it through.
You know, technically, that was my son's fault, right? That whole rhino
Sinking the rhino
on the lake? Yeah, because...
You know, he tells a different story, and
I was in the
prone to
passenger
believe him.
seat. I mean, it was my foot on the gas. But you should have seen it, man. Coolers and flip-flops just floating.
All right, so that sits right there. We'll run the lead through, and we got to take a break. When we come back, we got more work to do on this Razor, and hopefully have this thing loaded in the back of the truck sooner than later. Hey, welcome back to TruckU. Today it's all about this Razor. We're doing some necessary upgrades to make it worthy for us to take out on the trail. So we've got a winch mounted up front, wind deflector right here. Matt's been customizing that hardtop roof. And you look over, holy cow, dude, you've got a lot of cup holders here.
Yeah, we got a lot of them sent to us, man. And we talked about this.
I thought you were kidding.
No, I needed 30 cans, right? Look, I got 6, 12, 18, 24, and I have 6 randomly dispersed throughout the roll cage. What?
There's
what?
ice in it right now.
Yeah, what's the big deal? Of course. Look, those are just the ones you can see, dude.
I think you went a little overboard because we're missing a few key things here.
Well, there is the rear view mirror that I didn't hang yet because of this drink holder on the top, right? And then you've got this rear back windshield, which I didn't put up yet because of the drink holder there. But other than that, I'm right where I want to be.
All right, we might have to make a few sacrifices here because those things need to go into place, as well as this Laser Star light, man, because this thing is going to be awesome. It's going to bring the party to us.
I'm kind of tripping on some ice over here. All right, everything is fine. Now, this is where the bar is going to mount, right in front of that drink holder. See the pattern? See how it works?
I am.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite things about this, because you never let it go about me, you know, diving down into the lake and whatnot, is the fact that these are submersible. You know, you may not want to do it, but you could down to 50 feet and they'd still work. So that's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. You know what? Hopefully you won't test it.
No, I don't plan on it, so.
All right, boss, keep bringing her on in, looking good. Man, this winch is working out pretty good, huh, Matt?
Not too bad, dude, not too bad. I'll give her a break.
Hold it right there for a second.
Yeah.
So we got these Highland loading ramps from Sequin. They're really nice because there is a ton of technology built into these things. They're aluminum extruded built, which means that they're lightweight. They don't weigh 20 pounds between the two of them, and they have a capacity of 1,500 pounds, which is impressive.
Another thing that's nice is it's really all about the transition from what you're putting in the bed of the truck to the bed of the truck. And it's got this nice arch, which makes that transition nice and smooth.
Then you've also got the 360-degree anti-slip ribs, and what those are designed to do is grab the tire all the way around, so if it's raining out and you're loading up in the mud, something like that, it won't slide side to side or front to back. It'll hold that tire all the way around. And you know what? This is getting pretty close.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Come to me a hair. There we go.
It's a good tight fit.
Snug.
Now all we need to do is tie it down, and we're going to be able to do that with these Titan Max grips. Now these are nice ratchet straps, man. And Bruno likes these because it's got a nice big handle on it.
Yeah, you're a big man, you've got a hand, you've got to get in here. You don't have to put the two-finger thing where you've got a glove or whatever. You can get at it. And these things have plenty of capacity for this UTV. Over 1,800 pounds, these should get the job done and keep this thing in place, especially if we hit some bumps or bounce a little bit going down the road.
I'm wondering if maybe we should have hooked that up before we loaded this thing.
I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to interrupt you because you were so smooth.
I was smooth. All right,
who's got a well thought out plan? All right, how say we shoot for it?
All right, you ready? Boom, boom, boom.
Come on.
I got this. 1, 2.
There you go, dude. There's my big rock smashing you down. Get underneath there and hook this thing up.
Hey, we need to go to break right now. We'll be back.
No.
This is where we go to commercial. When
no
bad
breaks
things
here.
happen.
We all want to see you get underneath there and tie this thing down. Come on.
Head first or
head first?
What do you think?
Well, I don't know. You go backwards and see if you can hook it. That might be easier.
Oh.
You know what? I also don't want to rain on your parade, but we've got a motorcycle that has to get in here somehow. Way to think that through, son. Do you want to push?
No. I'm good.
Come on, get in there.
I'm good. We got to go to break.
Hold on, let me help you. Hold on, let me get over here.
We'll be right back. Over the last couple of years, we've had a great relationship with the guys at LMC Truck. Now, LMC Truck specializes in anything you can think of in the world of trucks, with pieces and parts going back to the 40s. This is Lola, and Lola is LMC Truck's project truck. And Lola's been around a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
she has.
You know, so Lola made her way into the shop, and we have been given the task of redoing the interior on this truck.
So what you want to do when you start with a project, the best thing is to start with a clean slate. You can see this thing just came from paint. There's no windows, no moldings. Yep. When you wrap around the inside, all of that has been removed. So this way we can start fresh. So first thing for us is to go ahead and put in some new sound mat, and then we can go ahead and put some carpet in and kind of work our way up.
With these older cabs, it's great to put down multi-purpose insulation and sound control mat before the carpet goes in. Now, to install, just lay down the sound control mat first. It has double-sided tape so you can just peel and stick. Plus, it's easy to cut and bend around the corners.
Once we have laid that sound control mat over the entire floor, we can come back and glue down our multi-purpose insulation. This extra insulation will knock out about 97% of radiant heat and does the same for cold and most road noise. While the carpet is still out, we're going to screw in our driver and passenger kick panel set. The cool thing about these LMC Truck kick panels, they come completely molded for the interior and include a 6.5-inch speaker with 80 watts of sound to give the interior a cool look and even better sound.
These kick panel speakers fit 67 to 72 Chevy and GMC pickups. Now we are finally ready for the carpet. The carpet is molded to fit and look like the original. The jute padding underneath the front passenger area helps insulate even more heat from the cab. We chose black for this project, but the carpet comes in 6 different colors to coordinate with your interior. A few cut points are needed for the shifter and seatbelt mounts, and the new carpet looks like it did from the factory.
This tip is brought to you by LMC Truck. Restore, maintain, and customize your truck with parts and accessories from LMC Truck.
That's not going anywhere.
No, it's good.
Not going anywhere. Hey, welcome back to TruckU. So the good news is the side-by-side does fit in the back of the truck.
And it barely fits, but you know what? It fits. That's all that matters. We got it in there.
The bad news is we got this motorcycle here too, and we got to take that out there as well. And we don't want to make 2 trips, right? We don't feel like doing that.
No, but we've got a couple options.
We do.
What we can do. I'd say one thing we could do is just take the bike, toss it up on top. We got those new tie-down straps, ratchet it down, and we'll be good to go.
No, who are you? No, that's a horrible idea.
You
All right,
like
let's
that
go
one?
to the other option.
All right, the other option would be to get a trailer, but we probably should have done that yesterday if we were going to go down that path.
Would have been a nice thing to know ahead of time, yes. Now, of course, we do have option C, which is this. It's the Super Truss hitch extension from Torque Lift International. Now, the Super Hitch is already installed in the truck. It's ridiculously strong. That hitch will hold up to 20,000 pounds. It's crazy. Now, this Super Truss hitch extension is good for 14,000 pounds, which is equally as crazy, dude. And look, what it does is it brings the hitch out here. So we get all this room back here. It doesn't even matter if the tailgate's open.
Yeah, you know, it's just an extension of the already durable piece we've had on here. You know, you can go 21 to 60 inches back, 60 inches more than we need at 21. We'll have all the clearance we need to mount the bike on the back. And it's great for people who are hauling UTVs. You've got campers on the back. Anything you need, it'll give you more room to go ahead and utilize that truck to add on, so to speak, for guys with lots of toys, kind of like you.
Yeah, this is kind of nice because you got these chains right here, which once we get everything on there and tighten them down, that'll keep things from shifting from left to right. Good and sturdy. Right now, the matter at hand is we need to build that rack for the motorcycle, and all that's going to do once we build it is slide right in here to the receiver, and then the whole bike will sit back here.
Yeah, well, we've got a tracker CNC we use here all the time, and in a couple of minutes we can knock out, you know, a kind of ramp assembly to put the bike on. Now we just need to make a few measurements before we can do that. Hey, will you pick that up and bring it over here?
Yeah, let me
I just need you to hold it about, I don't know, 30 inches up so I can get some measurements. Oh, I thought you worked out. What are you doing, man? I've got the steel right here.
I'm cutting. I beat you over here, dude. I'm taking care of business, you know?
What is that? It looks like some kind of European paddle.
You don't recognize this?
No.
This is a very important part of what we're doing today. You ready? Now watch. This is like origami, only with metal. It's like metalgami, if you will.
Metalgami.
Right? Metalgami, yeah. I told you, this is important. There are things that we do that are just okay, and then there's some things that we do that are very important.
I need you to stay focused.
Yeah, I am focused,
Oh, you
dude.
didn't.
Oh, look at that.
Dude, we've got a zillion drink holders. What do we need any more for?
Well, we have 227 more of them because I just made a batch, dude. We have friends, man. Friends are ready to party.
Batch.
And
So
have a
that's
good
what
time.
you're doing with our spare time,
Well, yeah,
so to speak.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, it's amazing what I can do with this machine.
Those are actually pretty cool. One of the cool things about the Tracker CNC is the fact that you can cut the thinnest aluminum up to 1 inch thick steel, man, and it will just cut through it like butter. So what we've got right here, this is a little drawing, and it's really user friendly. So we've gone ahead, this is going to be our base plate to mount the motorcycle on. So we've drawn about our overall configuration. These holes right here are our bolt mounting holes. These are the slots where it's going to slide through our 2-inch steel. And check this out, we even got points right here we're going to make our bends, so everything's going to stay nice and square. And then we can push play, and this thing will start knocking these out.
Don't mess up my drink holder.
I'll try not to, buddy.
Priority. So we're going to slide over here for just a minute and take a short break from the UTV project and check out some of the cool new stuff that came in, all right? Now this is a whole bunch of stuff that we got from the guys at Real Truck. Real Truck is a website, and they carry pretty much anything you can think of or dream of in the world of pickup trucks.
Now this is just a small sampling of what these guys have. You know, we're talking about, you got the mud flaps, the cargo floor liners, you've got the vent visors. They literally stock over 500,000 different accessories for all makes and models of trucks. You can dream it up, they have got it for your truck. And the best thing about these guys is you want to place an order, we'll ship it to you for free anywhere in the lower 48 states, man. You can't beat that.
And there's no minimum order either, so it's not like you've got to buy $1,500 worth of stuff to get the free shipping. So that's a pretty cool deal. So anything you're looking in the world of pickup trucks, check out the guys at Real Truck. Now this is the STP Super Concentrated Fuel Injector Cleaner.
Now, it's a new formula designed specifically to help unclog those dirty injectors. It's going to restore acceleration, restore lost power, and you know what? 21 gallons will be treated by one little bottle like this. All you have to do is pour it in every 4,000 miles or every time you change your oil.
You know, you've got these harmful carbon deposits. Your injectors can get gummed up with the varnish. You can have rough idle, cold starts, all that, and that's what you do is you pour this in. It's specifically designed to get in there and attack that and get rid of those problems, right? That's what it's all about. So better fuel economy, lower emissions. That's the name of the game. It's the STP Super Concentrated Fuel Injector Cleaner. This is the Lanier MX200 waste oil heater, and essentially what it is, it's an environmentally friendly way to use the waste oil that you create in your shop and create heat all at the same time.
It is a great way to go green in two senses of the word, because not only are you saving the environment, but you're putting green in your pocket, man. Because let's face it, every month you've got heating expenses. So you've got to pay to only heat your building, but you've also got expenses of properly disposing of your oil. With this thing, you eliminate both of those and you get free heat. Doesn't get any better than that.
It's the MX200 waste oil heater from Lanier. Now, speaking of green, we need to get out to that field with the toys and start having some fun outside, you know, not in the roof.
I like where your head is, kid.
Let's go.
For once.
Let's go.
For more information about anything you've seen in today's show, check out gactv.com or visit our website at truckutv.com.
We are really knocking out this motorcycle rack. Here is our base. This is the base plate we made on that Tracker CNC. What's cool about that thing is that you can really knock out a bunch of these all in one. You just hit the button and it keeps printing them out, because we're gonna give a couple of these to our buddies who have similar situations. So we had the base plate, we took it over to our next door neighbor, used his press brake and bent up the sides. So this is where everything is gonna mount on. It'll slide on this like here. And then we've got the aluminum ramp we made, which will go right here and bolt to it.
Yeah, that'll bolt right on. Now, the only thing that we're missing right there is the tire stop, but we've got our template made for that, so we'll get to that here in a couple of minutes. Now, the main thing that we need to do now is figure out our spacing issues. So we took a measurement from the outside of the handlebar to the middle of the bike right there, and it was what?
18 inches, yeah.
18 inches. So that's where we want to come off the back of the tailgate right there. And let's say 18 inches is right here, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we back it up another inch or two just for some wiggle room on that, just to be on the safe side. And that's where this will rest, and then we can make a mark. And what are we looking at?
About 9. Just
all right. So they will
side.
weld on these little tabs for our tie downs right there, so we'll mark that. And here's the deal. So this, we're gonna cut this off right there, right? That'll be the end of it. And this will weld there, but it'll look like this, because it's gonna be the end of the piece, and that'll be like a nice little way to cap it off. You know, so there's our tie downs right there, and everything is good. So we just gotta finish that up.
Man, I didn't think we were gonna make it out here. Traffic was rough.
Traffic was a little tough, dude, but we made it. Dude, we got the rack, it's all painted up, welded up, and everything is good, and the pieces are all together. Let's get them off here and have some fun.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on.
You know, these ratchet straps were really nice, because I was a little worried putting the bike way back here. You couldn't see it going down the road, but the Highland Titans ratchet straps from Sequent kept this thing in place. We got
Heck
the
yeah.
soft ties on it, man, so we didn't damage up the grips or the
No,
brakes.
dude, look at
That's
that.
the only way to roll.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed this, but my drink holder held up too, and the cups made it. We drove like 15 miles. How awesome is that? that.
You should be proud of that,
I'm
man.
very proud of that.
Now,
I
that
told you,
Razor,
that's why I made 250 of them.
I'm kind of fired up about that Razor, dude.
All
I
right.
was a little leery about all them drink holders, but I think they're going to come in handy. It's a hot day out here.
All right, man. Well, let's get this.
All right, let me reach around here. Finally, we get to have a little fun, man. That's all the time we got this week for TruckU. We'll catch you guys next time.